everyone, welcome back to the channel. For today's card share, I have a quick color blocking tutorial for you. And I'm using the Pixi Dust Design Strawberry Lemonade dies. So let's get started. So first I am doing a graduation and ombre of color. And I did end up doing rainbow colors, but I'm only using the green, orange, and yellow for this card because the 6 I made were too big to fit on any card. So the colors I used for the green are Catherine Pooler's Garden Party, Lime Rookie, Grass Skirt, and Deck the Halls. So on the red one, I'm going to show you how I assemble it. So I'd cut the piece of plastic out already, and it's just packaging material, just repurposing that. And the dies come with the mug in a solid and then a mug with the cutout. And then the cutout in the middle is what I did the ink blending on. And then the outline of it is where the plastic was attached to. So getting everything glued down, get the magnets on it, get everything glued down nice and strong. And then I go around the edges of the card stock. I don't know why that was so hard. And just to add a little depth and dimension with the darkest color that I used for the ombre. So here for cat, I'm using Rock and Red. The red I used polished Rock and Red, Samba, and Cranberry Fizz to do the ombre middle. So then I'm going to flip it over and clean up any mess that I made, buff off all the fingerprints that are on there, and then just come and slowly but surely get the foam tape all around it for the sequins. And I'm just going to do this really quickly because I think everyone knows how to put foam tape around the edge of something. So got it trimmed to fit, and I did put a little extra on the handle and a little bit extra on the top of most of these. So adding sequins, I'm using sequins from Hero Arts. They have an ombre mix, and I did that for the green and the red. And then I used Recollection sequins, I think, for most of the other ones. Just cleaning it up. And that is how you just make the simple shaker. So now we're to the color blocking. And I didn't do anything fancy. I didn't put tape down or anything to block off where I wanted it to start and end. I just kind of eyeballed it. So I have this very long card here, which I will trim down. But I wanted to make sure I got a nice pattern. And the stencil I'm using for this is from Paper Artsy, and it's the Daisy stencil. And for some reason my camera was off, so you can't watch me stencil the rest of the green and the yellow. But it was just basically, I lined it up. You can see where the orange and the green flower meet, and then the yellow and the green stayed separately. And now I'm just taking some ink colors and making the white less stark by going over it lightly with a brush. So I've got my card panel ready. And then the letters on the mugs are little letters from MFT. So I'm lining it up, making sure that the green one is centered, and then the orange and the yellow go where I want them. And then I will trim the card panel down to where I want it to be. It just was easier for me to figure it out this way than kind of guessing how long the panel should be. So this was used for a friend's daughter who graduated college, and she had her grad party the second weekend in July. So this was her card, and you just tuck a little money in there and you're all set. And I did have to make an envelope for it, but it didn't take too long because it was a little bit longer than an A10, a letter-sized envelope. So now I'm going to trim it down to the appropriate size. And it took, I think I had to trim one side a couple times because I'm just eyeballing it. Yeah. Just making sure it looks the way I want to. Just trim a little more. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to add the panel to the card base, and you can see where I stenciled it on the back, and I didn't like how I blended it, so I started over because it's just paper, so we can do that. And now I'm bringing in the sequins that I used for the interiors of the mugs, and I'm just going to add them around each mug. So in the orange block, color block, I'm only using orange sequins, green color block, green sequins, etc. So this was pretty quick and easy. Once I made the first mug, the rest of them went really, really fast. I did make, like I said, the rainbow. I did red, white, and blue ones, and then I used them on the 4th of July. I used like Let's Celebrate and those kind of sentiments and white pigment ink. And then on our 4th of July table, they were stuck in, you know, taped to the ice bucket and stuck in cheese and that kind of thing, just for a little fun embellishment. Okay, so I made this card using the strawberry lemonade set, and it has the cute, let me show you the umbrellas. Cute little umbrellas you can make for the drinks. It has the big straw, has the little fruit. As you can see, you can make a bigger fruit, strawberry, and it has the word fresh. It's a really fun, I mean, the shakers, look at how cute. They're just so cute. So this card went a whole different direction than what I intended, but I love the outcome. It was worth the work. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.